The Poetry of Ambrose Bierce. An Introduction. Ambrose Gwinnett Bierce was born on 24th of June 1842 at Horse Cave Creek in Meigs County, Ohio. His parents were poor, but they introduced him to literature at an early age, instilling in him a deep appreciation of books, the written word, and the elegance of language. Growing up in Koscuisko County, Indiana, poverty and religion were defining features of his childhood, and he would later describe his parents as unwashed savages and fanatically religious, showing him little affection, but always quick to punish. He came to resent religion, and his introduction to literature appears to be their only positive effect. At age 15, Bierce left home to become a printer's devil, mixing ink and fetching type at the Northern Indian, a small Ohio paper. Falsely accused of theft, he returned to his farm and spent time sending out work in the hopes of being published. His Uncle Lucius advised he be sent to the Kentucky Military Institute. A year later, he was commissioned as an officer. As the Civil War started, Bierce enlisted in the 9th Indiana Infantry Regiment. In April 1862, Bierce fought at the Battle of Shiloh, an experience which, although terrifying, became the source of several short stories. 2 years later, he sustained a serious head wound and was off duty for several months. He was discharged in early 1865. A later expedition to inspect military outposts across the Great Plains took him all the way to San Francisco. He remained there to become involved with publishing and editing and to marry Mary Ellen on Christmas Day, 1871. They had a child, Day, the following year. In 1872, the family moved to England for 3 years, where he wrote for Fun magazine. His son Leigh was born, and first book, The Fiend's Delight, was published. They returned to San Francisco and to work for a number of papers where he gained admiration for his crime reporting. In 1887, he began a column at the William Randolph Hearst San Francisco Examiner. Bierce's marriage fell apart when he discovered compromising letters to his wife from a secret admirer. The following year, 1889, his son Day committed suicide, depressed by romantic rejection. In 1891, Bierce wrote and published the collection of 26 short stories, which included An Occurrence at Owl Creek Bridge. Success and further works, including poetry, followed. But tragedy again struck when his second son, Leigh, died of pneumonia relating to his alcoholism. He continued to write short stories and poetry and also published The Devil's Dictionary. At the age of 71, in 1913, Bierce departed from Washington, D.C. for a tour of the battlefields where he had fought during the Civil War. At the city of Chihuahua, he wrote his last known communication, a letter to a friend. Its closing words were, "As to me, I leave here tomorrow for an unknown destination." Ambrose Bierce then vanished without trace. As a poet, Bierce once again uses words to infuse his verse with both beauty and sharp wit, as he writes on subjects that range from the offbeat and whimsical to incisive views on society, its revels and its torments.
An Alibi by Ambrose Bierce. A famous journalist who long had told the great unheaded throng whate'er they thought by day or night, was true as Holy Writ, and right was caught in, well, on second thought, it is enough that he was caught, and being thrown in jail became the fuel of a public flame. Vox populi, vox Dei, said the jailer. Inksling bent his head, without remark, that motto good, in bold-faced type had always stood, above the columns where his pen had rioted in praise of men, and all they said, provided he was sure they mostly did agree. Meanwhile, a sharp and bitter strife, to take or say
Sample complete. Ready to continue?